On Eagle News, the New England Patriots win Super Bowl 51. Georgia Southern students learn how to fight stereotypes, and we will get a look at how the travel ban has affected students. Hello. Welcome to Eagle News and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alex Richford. Yesterday, Super Bowl 51 was played at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots squaring off against the Atlanta Falcons in Super Bowl 51. Second quarter, Devontae Freeman makes a fantastic cut and scampers to the outside into the end zone on the 5-yard touchdown run. Second quarter, 7-0 Falcons. Matt Ryan throws a hooper for the 19-yard touchdown pass. Tom Brady is intercepted by Robert Alford, and he takes it back 82 yards the other way for the touchdown. Now, third quarter, 21-3 Falcons. Matt Ryan hits a wide open Taylor Gabriel for the big game. Check out Gabriel's move to get so open on the play. Matt Ryan hits Tevin Coleman out of the backfield with the 6-yard touchdown pass. Third quarter now, 28-12 Falcons. Donta Hightower gets to Matt Ryan for the sack and forced fumble. New England would recover. Tom Brady goes to Danny Amendola with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The Patriots would convert to the 2-point try. The score is 28-20 with Falcons in the lead. New England down 8 on 1st and 10. Tom Brady looking for Julian Edelman over the middle. The ball is battered up in the air, but Edelman still manages to make the fantastic catch. Take another look. Now James punches into the end zone from a yard out for the touchdown. New England would have to go for the 2 and the tie. Tom Brady throws quickly to Danny Amendola, and he breaks the goal line to convert on the 2-point attempt. The score is now tied at 28. The game would go to overtime for the first time in Super Bowl history. Tom Brady goes to Chris Hogan for 18 yards. In overtime, James White takes the pitch and fights his way to the end zone on the game-winning 2-yard touchdown run. The final 34-28 Patriots is the score. Tom Brady wins his 5th career Super Bowl and earns Super Bowl MVP honors for the 4th time. Last week, our reporter Tasia White attended an event helping students break through stereotypes. Tasia, what else did you learn from the workshop?
Thank you, Alex. Every semester, the Office of Leadership and Communication Engagement hosts a variety of workshops called the SOLD Series, where students are able to learn about leadership and converse with others on various topics. This week's workshop, however, left many students hesitant to speak their minds as a difficult topic was brought to the forefront. Stereotypes can be challenging to overcome, and in many cases, overlooking stereotypes takes personal growth. Students made their way to the SOLD series to explore their personal perspectives and learn more about breaking stereotypes at a workshop presented by the Multicultural Student Center. Each workshop participant was coaxed to examine what stereotypes they place on themselves, as well as others.
I highly recommend just being graceful with yourself. Like, give yourself the mercy and grace that you would give other people. Patience and time are 2 really important things because it's not going to happen immediately. I think also self-accountability is really important.
The workshop began by defining stereotypes in our society. Each student was given a sheet of paper to express themselves and write 3 different stereotypes they identify with. This was followed by a couple of demonstration videos. After students identified their stereotypes, an open conversation was led by the presenters, which at first left many students hesitant to say anything because of the controversial topic in itself.
I think the challenging thing always is to kind of get people to realize the real impacts of stereotypes. I think that stereotypes are something that are so ingrained in our society that it's something that's second nature. And so it's one of those things where you really kind of have to get people to challenge themselves to think, okay, what stereotypes are in existence, how am I perpetuating these stereotypes, and what things am I willing to sacrifice or change so that I can actually make a better impact for my organization and for myself.
After a while, the students were able to converse with each other, learning more about how to relate to one another despite the temptations of categorizing others. While the image of yourself may not match the image people have of you, this workshop leads to more open conversations about difficult topics like this one. In the end, students are learning about themselves and how to become better people for their classrooms and organizations. The Soul Series is one of many that are sure to come this semester. The next one is scheduled for February 7th, which is tomorrow, with the topic of discussion being branding and marketing. Back to you, Alex.
The ruling by a U.S. District Court judge to temporarily block President Trump's 7-nation travel ban will remain in place. At least for now, the news comes on the same day the U.S. government's emergency request to resume the travel ban was denied. David Daniel reports.
Will accomplish the stay and will win the case on the merits.
Vice President Mike Pence seems adamant that the president's travel ban will resume, despite a federal appeals court denying the administration's request for an emergency reinstatement. On Friday, U.S. District Court Judge James Robart of Washington State issued a temporary restraining order on the immigration ban, effective nationwide. Saturday, while President Trump took to Twitter criticizing the judge's decision, demonstrators were protesting the ban right outside the White House. But just after midnight Sunday, the Justice Department filed an appeal to pause Robart's temporary halt, stating his decision harms the public and second-guesses the president's national security judgment. Hours later, the Ninth Circuit of Appeals denied the emergency request, saying that it needed more time to consider the case. Even still, Pence is hopeful.
We're very confident the president's operating within his authority as president, both under the Constitution and under clear statutory law.
Trump's executive order suspended immigration from 7 Muslim-majority countries for 90 days, suspended all refugee entry to the U.S. for 120 days, and indefinitely halted Syrian refugees from entering the U.S. Within days of the order going into effect, hundreds of travelers were detained or prevented from boarding their flights. Both sides have until Monday to file legal briefs before the court makes its final decision. I'm David Daniel reporting.
The travel ban is affecting many people. Our reporter Jasmine Cornell caught up with students to understand their opinions on the ban. Jasmine, what did you find?
Thank you, Alex. Since the passing of President Trump's travel ban, the country has been in turmoil.
It's very familiar to see like pictures with this letter, since we have like their own letters.
Zachariah Haderbach, a Moroccan student, enjoys discussing Arabic culture and diversity in the United States. He's a proud member of the Arabic Club, which is an organization that embraces all nationalities. The meetings are open to all students who want to learn more about the Arabic way of life.
Also, we try to represent the Arabic language and Arab culture from different Arab perspectives.
The group respects diversity and feels that their differences are not being appreciated by the travel ban issued by President Donald Trump. Recently, President Trump signed a travel ban that prevented 7 majority Muslim countries from traveling to the United States. If students traveled out of the country, they may be unable to come back to school or return to work. Students like Rihanna and Sarah find the ban unnecessary and have sympathy for the international students impacted by the new rules.
It makes me uncomfortable, especially with the refugee crisis going on, which I think is part of its cause. None of the countries that are currently banned have any involvement in terrorist activity.
I think it's shutting people out of the country that need help, and it's creating more animosity within the country.
Many, like Braden Smith, trusting the president and believe that the decisions that the president has to make are often dictated by politics.
Whatever the things he says, it goes, because he obviously got to elect the president.
The average American student will not have to worry about the travel ban, but international students are concerned about the future of student visas for certain countries. The issue is creating tension among some students, but there is optimism in the Arabic Club that the international students will be welcome to stay. However, most international students understand they are visitors to the United States and they have to play by the rules.
You know, it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, our president is looking out for the security of our country.
Many students have different perspectives of the travel ban. We hope that Georgia Southern students will not be affected by the ban. Jasmine Cornell, Eagle News.
A Syrian refugee is suing Facebook for defamation in Germany. He says Facebook did not do enough to stop fake news articles that labeled him as a terrorist. CNN senior international correspondent Atika Schubert has more from Berlin.
This was the photo that started it all. 18-year-old Anas Motamani couldn't believe his luck, thrilled to snap a selfie with German Chancellor Angela Merkel. The photo went viral on every newspaper, every newscast, capturing a rare human moment for the normally reserved German leader. Anas's smiling face became synonymous with Merkel opening the country's doors to tens of thousands of refugees. Then came the Brussels terror attack. Suddenly, the photo reappeared on Facebook, falsely labeling Anas as one of the attackers. He explains, "At first, I cried as I thought, this is not me. I thought immediately, what does this mean? What will the future hold? This is really not a joke now. It's serious." The Brussels bombing, the Berlin Christmas market attack, Anas's face has now been plastered across fake news articles, falsely accusing him of carrying out multiple attacks. He has received threats online. Life for him and his foster family has been turned upside down. They screen their mail, watch for suspicious vehicles.
Anas, ich hab dich lieb.
Anke Mew is fiercely protective of the teenager she has taken into her family.
The first time in my life that I'm have fear for my family and fear for the house and the things I do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And most of all, I'm afraid of Anas and his security.
Now Anas and Anke are taking Facebook to court. They say the social network took too long to respond to multiple requests to take down the false postings, now shared tens of thousands of times. In response to a request for comment, Facebook said, "We are sorry to hear about Mr. Motamani's concerns with the way some people have used his image." The statement went on to say, "We have already quickly disabled access to content that has been accurately reported to us by Mr. Motamani's legal representatives. So we do not believe that legal action here is necessary or that it is the most effective way to resolve the situation." Anna says it's not just about him.
Ja, ich will schnell eine Lösung finden.
He told us, "I will find a solution. It's not just me. If anyone can write whatever they like on Facebook, spreading these falsehoods, and no one is punished, then it's not only my problem, it's the problem of the world," he said. Facebook has taken steps to identify and take down fake news more quickly before it spreads, and Germany may be among the first to test Facebook's responsiveness as it considers a law to fine for each fake news report the site fails to take down. For Anke, she hopes that having the matter heard in court will make people realize that spreading lies on social media has real-life consequences.
We are real people. He's a real man. He's a real young man living in real Germany, in a real family, with real friends, with a real job, with a real school, and it has impact in his real life.
But in a world of alternative facts and fake news, for Anas and Anke, getting back to normal life seems more hope than reality. Atika Schubert, CNN, Berlin.
Thank you for tuning in to Eagle News tonight, and I am Alexandria Richborg. I hope you all have a great night. See you next time.
My name is Fabian Upshaw, and this is my story. I'm a Georgia Southern Eagle. I wear number 13. I received my undergrad in sports management, and now I'm working on my MBA. I just always want to try to do the right thing and, set the right example for people, and just trying to, have as much fun in life as possible. My dad died when I was 17 of a heart attack. My father's name was Wayne, and I most remember car rides with him when he would just break out singing songs, and he couldn't sing at all, but he used to, just make me laugh and just dance all silly and stuff. Part part of my pregame ritual. I do that right before I go in, no matter where I'm at, home or away. You know, I just kind of talk to my dad, you know, just let him know that I'm thinking about him and I know he's watching me. And just always say that he has the best seats in the house now, because normally, like, anything I go to, he's either right there on the front, like on the baseline when it was basketball, or like he stands right up against the fence when I was playing high school, or he's at the very top, so I can always hear him. And yeah, I just know now that he has the best seats in the house. Yeah, kind of like while I'm out there playing, you know, I can kind of just hear my dad just, you know, right there behind me, just running behind me saying, you know, that's my boy. You know, he always used to say that. He used to brag to people all the time about, you know, me playing all kinds of sports. You just tell people, you know, that's my boy out there, and how proud of me he was.
My name is Carol Upshaw. I'm Fabian Upshaw's mom, and he's special to me because he's opened doors for all of us that we never saw possible.
The Eagle Fund affects more than just one person. It affects a family.
College meant a lot to him because he'll be the first from my immediate family to graduate from college. So it means a lot to him.
It meant a lot to my mom for me to actually go to school and her not have to pay for it. And you know, she stressed out a lot to me and my brother that she didn't have those opportunities to go to school and, you know, further her education. So, you know, just being able to give this back to my mom, it meant a lot to me, and I know it meant a lot to her.
It was a very proud moment to see him walk across the stage and doing this little dance that he did when he walked across the stage. So it was a very proud moment for us and our family.
It felt great. You know, I felt like I accomplished something that really meant a lot to me, and I know my dad was really proud of me if he could be here, and I just know that was something that he would have loved to see happen.
It was a blessing for me to see him get into college, and right now I'm going also for my AS in Office of Medical Administration. Go! Yes!
We're all on the same team, and we all want to win. How true are you? Help build the Eagle's Nest. For just $120, you will impact a student like me.
Yeah, I miss you, boo.
Thank you for the opportunity.